everybody. Hello. Can you guys hear me? Can I get a thumbs up in the chat, everybody? Thumbs up. All right. Hold on. Let me find my chat window here. I lost my chat window. There it is. Perfect. Hello. Hi, guys. Y'all, I'm just gonna have a moment for a second. There's almost 1,000 of you guys registered for today's webinar. So my excitement level is through the roof. And it's not just the pumpkin spice latte that I got to have this morning. I am so excited to be here. This is so fun. And I am so excited to dive into a class that we've never done before. So cannot wait to hear what you guys think. If you leave with anything new, maybe you have seen some of these before, maybe you haven't, would love to hear your feedback. And I'm going to send you a form here at the end. But hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. If you're just tuning in, say hello in the chat. Tell us where you're from. A couple of things that I want to do before we get started. First, hello. If we haven't met before, my name is Dawn. I am the product education manager here at Flodesk. I've been here for almost 2 years, but I have been a Flodesk user since the day they launched. I have run multiple small businesses thanks to Flodesk, and I am excited to show you all of the things that I know and love about Flodesk. I'm also joined today by many of my team members. Some of them are in the chat. Hey, Flodesk team in the chat. But I also have the amazing Erin and Petra on quote unquote the stage with me today. They are going to be active in our Q&A section and answering your questions in the chat. So say hello. Everybody say hi to Petra. If you're in the Facebook group, you know and love Petra. Hi to Petra. Hi to Erin. Thank you both so much for being here. They're both part of our amazing member experience team and so thankful that they're here to help me. So a couple of housekeeping items today. Okay. First and foremost, yes, there will be a replay. Okay. So if you have to disappear, if you have to log off, or if you miss a part, something happens, totally fine. You will get the replay sent to your email. Okay. So that will be available to anybody who registered. We'll send it out. We'll post it on YouTube, all the things. Also, if you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A section. Okay. Take a minute, everybody. There's a Q&A button on Zoom. Okay. Can you guys find it? Find that Q&A section. If you have questions, please drop your questions into that section. That way, we don't lose your questions in the chat, okay? We are not able to watch the chat the whole time. We're not able to respond to those questions there. So please, if you have a question, go ahead and drop it in the Q&A. If it's a quick answer, Erin or Petra will go ahead and answer that for you. But if it's something that we need to talk about in the Q&A portion of this, we will also do that. So make sure you're doing that. Also, something different. We're doing a giveaway today. Since there's so many of you here today, I got the thumbs up from the amazing Natalie Frank, who's our head of marketing here at Flodesk, to do a giveaway. So here's how you can enter the giveaway. Okay. I want you to post a picture of you watching this webinar. Okay. Take a selfie, whatever it might be, post it on Instagram stories, tag Flodesk, and we will be choosing a random person at the end of this webinar today to win a free year of Flodesk. Okay? Because who does not want a free year of Flodesk? So go ahead, take that selfie, tag at Flodesk in your story, and we will be giving away that free year. Okay? Okay. Guys, we have a lot of stuff to cover today. I was really bad at picking and choosing what to cover. So we're just going to try to cover a lot of things today because there are so many great and advanced features that we don't always talk about, but they're part of the most powerful pieces of Flodesk. So that's what we're really here to dive into today. If you're new to Flodesk and you want to learn a little bit more about the basics, we do hold a monthly Flodesk First Steps webinar. So just reach out to me and I'll make sure to get you on that list. Or you can also reach out to our support team and they will get you a link to register for that as well. Okay. So we're going to dive in. Can everybody see my Flodesk screen? Can I get a thumbs up in the chat? Some thumbs up. Yes. Just make sure we can all see my Flodesk. Okay, cool. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm here in my demo account and you will see a lot of things here, but I just want to let you guys know it's a demo account. So any email addresses you see in here are not real. Okay. So I'm not just publicly sharing my subscribers here. I just want to let you know that. But before we dive into some feature specific things, I want to give a shout out to our product team, who is incredible. They are some of the smartest people I have ever met in my entire life. And not only our product team, but also our business development team. Biz Dev, I think I saw you in here. Devin, Business Devin is in the chat. She is responsible for all of these incredible integrations that are coming to Flodesk. So, hi, Devin. I'm so glad you're here. Y'all, this team is incredible and they are rolling things out almost faster than I can keep up, but they're doing an amazing job. And we are just going to get you guys rocking and rolling here soon. So before I get started into some email specific features and things, one thing I want to call out is in the last few days, we have released team seats. Okay. So if you are somebody that works with a VA or an OBM or you have team members, you don't have to share your login anymore. You can actually add team members to your Flodesk account. So if you click on your settings up in the top right, you'll see a new panel for team members. Here, you will be able to invite members, okay? So you can have different roles. So an editor, they're able to create things but not send them. Managers, they get more access but not necessarily access to your billing and domain settings, things like that. And admin gives them full power. If you are on our email only plan, you'll be able to add one team member. If you are in our email and commerce plan, you'll be able to add two for a total of 3 team members per account. So I just wanted to call this out. This has been a big request for a lot of our Flodesk users, but now you can invite team members to your team. And if you are somebody like a VA or an OBM who might be managing a lot of accounts, managing these accounts is super simple. When they add you to that team, you will have a switch account button in your settings and will be easily able to switch between the accounts. So if you are one of those people, this is the feature for you. So I want to give that a quick call out before we get started and let you know that that feature is live and available to everybody. All right, guys, we got a lot to do. Okay, we're going to jump right into an email. We're going to start off here with the email builder. And I've already started an email that I'm working on. I speak at events. I speak on stages, at conferences, all that fun stuff. And when I get the opportunity to speak at these events, I like to share about them with my audience. I like to let them know what's coming, maybe some information about what I've learned from past ones, links to purchase tickets to these events, and so on. So I'm going to create that email in this example. So what I have here is that email pretty much ready to go, but I have a few things that I want to add. Now, first and foremost, I want to showcase our Canva integration. Okay, so any Canva users in here? I know I'm a big Canva user. I love Canva. And Flodesk makes it so easy to create beautiful emails, but Canva makes this even more limitless. Okay, so this is so much more fun. You can customize your emails even further. So what I want to do, anywhere in Flodesk where there is an image block, whether it's forms, checkouts, emails, I can connect to Canva. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this image block right here. You'll see here that we have a drop-down menu now, and then you'll see Canva here in this drop-down. If you click on that for the first time and haven't signed into Canva, it'll go ahead and prompt you to sign into your Canva account. But once you do that, it's pretty simple. Click on that. I click Add Design, and just like that, it brings up all of my Canva designs right here in an easy-to-access view. So I already created some kind of image that I want to use for this example. So I'm going to come over here. This graphic has multiple pages, so I'm going to choose the page I want to use. And just like that, give it a few seconds. Trust my Wi-Fi here. Y'all, it's been a little sketchy with power outages and stuff. Okay, there we go. There we go. I have my Canva block right here in our builder. I didn't have to leave Flodesk. I didn't have to go download anything. I didn't have to upload anything. Right there, easily accessed in my builder. Now I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna do this one more time, okay? I'm gonna come here. Erin, you're way ahead of me. Hang tight, my friend. All right, and then add Canva, add design, and I'm gonna add the second page. Import as image. And then we're gonna let that load here. There we go. Now, here's the cool part. As if this wasn't cool enough, right? You can edit this image right from the Flodesk builder. So like, let's say I want to switch out one of these photos. I'm going to go ahead and click edit in Canva. It's going to take me over to Canva. I'm going to come edit this image. Let's see what pictures I have in here. We'll switch this with all of our amazing Flodesk partners, just like that. And then you'll see here at the top, I have a return to Flodesk button. I can click on that, return to Flodesk. And like magic, I come back to my Flodesk email builder slowly, hopefully. Trust the Wi-Fi. There we go. And there we go. My image is built and ready to go. So now, once I have added my image, one thing I want to call out here, and Erin already talked about it here in the comments, whenever we have a layout block or an image or anything that is not plain text, it is so important to make sure that you're adding alt text to your blocks. So to do that, what you do is you select the image, you go to the accessibility block, and then you will add your alt text here. So I could say like collage image from previous conferences. Or if it's a layout block, for example, I'm going to come up here to what I learned. This one actually has text in it. Layout blocks are rendered into an image. So I'm going to come in here to the block settings, accessibility, and make sure I write what this block says. There we go. So make sure whenever you're adding any of these from Canva or anything from Flodesk that turns into an image that you are adding that alt text. It is super important for accessibility. Okay, so that's our Canva integration. That is our Canva integration. So easy to access. Again, you can access this in forms, checkout, or email, and it makes it so easy to take your emails to the next level. Okay. Now, let's talk about some other fun things in the email builder that we don't talk about a lot. So, is anybody like me where you get your email or like a block exactly how you want it and then you want to use it again in like another email? Well, you can with saved blocks. So, what you can do, like let's say I have this layout block exactly how I want it. It's using my custom font, it's like the size and the spacing that I want it to be. Well, if I want to easily access this block in other emails, I can simply click on that block and click on this little heart. You guys ever notice that heart there? It's one of my favorite features. Oh, I already had it. Oh, there you go. It's one of my favorite features. You could add that block to your favorites. Then, whether it's in this email or it's in another email that you're working on, if you click on the plus sign, you have a new favorite section, and all of your favorite blocks will appear here. You can easily select that one, make any changes you want to make, and carry on with creating your content and getting it in front of your audience. So, one of my all-time favorite features here. Also love doing this for things like countdown timers. Countdown timers, I'm such a sucker for a good countdown timer. They drive urgency. It really helps drive results to my CTAs, my forms, things like that. But making it look exactly how I want it to can be a challenge to do over and over again, right? I'm pretty particular. I want it to look a certain way. But once I've gotten it to look exactly how I want it, I'm going to go ahead and favorite that. So next time I want to use it in my emails, I can easily access that, make any changes, and I'm good to go. Now, if you have, so we have these blocks here, but we can also do this to text styles and button styles, okay? So if, let's say, this is a plain text box, okay? So plain text renders as text when we send it. Now, plain text is a little different than a layout block because it is sent as a text field, like it shows up as text on an email, you are limited to what's called web safe fonts. So if you have uploaded a custom font, you're not going to be able to access them in this block because this, again, only supports web safe fonts. If you want to use your custom font, you can use that in any layout block because that will be rendered into an image on send. So let's say I got this the right size, the right color, and so on, and I want to save this. I can simply click on this right here, and then over here on the right, I can create a saved styled. Okay, so I can save this font style. So I'm going to go ahead and save this one. Just like that. There we go. And then I can come in here if I want to, like I'm picky. I can come in here and say plain text. Number 2, I can have different versions of this and so on. I can name them, but now I can easily access it if I want to update another block with that same style, that same size, all of that good stuff. I can do that right here. I can also do this with my buttons. So let's see, I finally get a button exactly how I want it to. It's the fonts, the colors, everything is right. I want to use it again and again in my emails. Simply click on that button, save style, save this button style. And if you're like me, I like to name things. So I'm going to come in here and name it blue CTA button. Now, Whether I am working on a button or if I want to add a new one, I can simply click on that, change the style, and there we go. Everything is saved. I don't have to build it from the ground up over and over again. I can easily access this and customize it in the builder. So I'm all about saving time and being efficient here. So I'm teaching you all those little things. Now, one other thing that I want to talk about that not a lot of people know, in these plain text boxes, you have a hidden superpower, which is personalization. Okay. And we're going to talk about custom fields here in a little bit, but if you want to personalize these emails, I can be like, hey, at, and then I get access to fields. So again, this only works with our plain text here. But if I want to say like, hey, first name, and then it says, okay, what if I don't have your first name? Like, what do you want it to say? Do you want it to be blank? What do you want it to say? So a lot of times I'll use friend. So if I don't have somebody's first name, I'll be like, hey, friend. But if I do, it'll be like, hey, Devin. And then it will make the email more personalized. So again, in a text box, if you want to access that, simply use the at key, and then your personalized fields will appear that you can use in your emails. We're moving on quickly here, guys. Pretty cool, right? Yes, Erin, I love the favorited blocks. My favorite. Oh my gosh, you guys are great. This is so fun. Okay, so next we're going to talk about link actions, which is possibly my all-time favorite feature in Flodesk. I use it all of the time. Okay, all of the time. So in this email, I have a section at the bottom that's like, can't make it? Come see me another time. Like, click here to see my future events. Okay. Well, if somebody clicks on that button, to me, it's telling me that they might be interested in my future events. So it's probably safe for me to say this subscriber might be interested in hearing about future updates I have for events. I'm going to put them in their own segment. Okay. So what I can do here, when somebody clicks a link in my email, I can use what's called a link action. So I'm going to use this button right here. I'm going to go to link. Now, when they click on that link, it takes them to a page on my website where they can see my speaking calendar, what's coming. But again, if they click that link, I can make a pretty decent guess that they're interested in things that I'm speaking at, right? So if I have an announcement about this new event that I'm speaking at, I have an audience that is already interested in hearing about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here to link actions. When they click on this button, they will go to this link and they will automatically be, I have all these options here. Add to a segment, remove from a segment, add to a workflow, remove from a workflow, or set a custom field. So I can click on add to segment, and then I can choose a segment or I can create one right here. So I'm going to say interested in events. Okay, there we go. So if somebody clicks on this, they will automatically be added to the segment, interested in events. And then when the time comes that I might have a new event or something announced about an event, I have an audience that is ready to go with that segment. So that is link actions. Now, I want to talk one more thing about link actions. This is one of my favorite ways to use it here. I love to use link actions as a way for people to opt out of certain information without completely unsubscribing. Okay. Because maybe they're in a season of life where what you're selling them is not applicable to them, or maybe they're pausing their business, or maybe they're, who knows, there's so many different reasons. So what you can do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to add a text box right here. There we go. I'm going to use my save style that I created. I'm going to center this. And then I'm just going to say, don't want to hear about future. Click here and I won't send you future updates about this. So this could be for a launch. It could be for a lot of different things. Okay. So there's like so many different things that you can do here. But once you are there, you'll go ahead, you want to link it. So this is also in the emails that you guys got that was inviting you to this. Now you have to link this somewhere. Okay. You can't just like, people can't click on things and it just stops working, right? Like when people click on a link, they expect something to happen. So you have to send them somewhere. For this example, I'll go ahead and I'll just send it to my tech savvy TSC link. I'm just going to send it to my website. And then I'm going to come in here to link actions and I'll say remove from segment and I'll remove them from interested in events. That way, they won't receive any other emails about this particular thing. Now, if you don't have a place to email them or to send them with a link, use a GIF. Go to Giphy and find a link. So I don't want you guys to click on the link in your emails that you guys got from me because it will unsubscribe you essentially from any future updates. But if you click on that link inside of those emails, it basically sends you like a got it GIF. Okay. So you can use that for any future things, like maybe it's a launch that you're doing. If they don't want to hear about that, this gives them the opportunity to remove themselves from that particular list without removing them entirely from your emails. Okay, I'm going to pause here real quick. Pause here. I'm going to take a quick chat right here, looking at the chat, making sure everybody's got that. All right. Oh, Ashley, I'm so glad that you asked this. So Ashley says, has anybody reported issues with link actions? What about email providers that prefetch content, click links to check for malware? So there are email platforms out there. Very commonly like the .gov, the .edus, like the kind of like more restricted type platforms that do like open links to check before things open up. So what I like to do is include a bot segment. Okay, now I'm going to show you. I think I might actually have one in here. Let me see if I do. I do. Okay, so in my emails, you guys see this layout block right here? It is simply a plain layout block. It's a text block. I think I can type here. Test. Oh, it's white. You can't even see it. So I have a layout block right here. Super simple, has no text in it. Now, the normal person would not click on this, right? But a bot might. If a bot is going through my emails and clicking it, it's going to click this. Well, if they click on this, it takes them to a GIF. Here, I'm going to show you the GIF. So it takes them to a GIF saying, well, here we are. And then if they happen to click on that link, it will add them to a segment called bot click. That way I can filter out, like I can say like, oh, I want to see people who are interested in events, but are not a bot click, right? Because obviously somebody might be listed as interested in events because a bot clicked it. And I only want to get the people that actually did it. So is this perfect? No. But this is how I manage it myself. And I will transparently say one thing that our product team is looking at, like we have looked into this, it's different for every platform. So it's really hard. Like if we change something, it might hurt another one. So we want to make sure that if we implement anything on our side to eliminate some of these clicks, that we're not causing false information. So the team is working hard to like work on a solution that applies to all of these platforms. So all that to say, I just want you guys to know that we are very aware of it. It's something that all of the platforms are facing and we have to work with and try to figure out. But for me personally, in my own business, this bot click section has worked out really nicely for me and it helps me eliminate any of those potential bot clicks. Okay, cool, good. Moving on fast, guys. Moving on fast. Okay. So next thing I want to talk about are forms. And I think, so there's forms out there, right? This is how we collect our subscribers, all those good things. And in Flodesk, we have so many types of forms. We have pop-up forms, inline, full page video, spinner forms, and so on. But I want to show you my personal favorite, okay, which is the countdown timer form. And if you registered for this class, you saw the countdown timer form, but there's a hidden trick to a countdown timer form that a lot of people don't know. And that's what I want to share with you today. So I'm going to come down here to a countdown timer form. Again, my favorite because countdown timers drive urgency, encourages people to sign up, and they get FOMO. That's what we want, right? Like we want them to feel like they're going to miss out. We want them to sign up and all the things. But with a countdown form, something that you can do is create a wait list for those who did not make it in time. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so first thing you do whenever you create a form, it's going to ask you for a segment. Okay, when somebody signs up for this form, what segment do I want to put them in? So I'm going to say registered 101 webinar. Okay, so just like that. So I'm going to launch a webinar, masterclass, whatever. If they sign up, they're going to get added to registered for one-on-one webinar. Okay, I'm going to come into this form, all the good things. I'm going to come in here. We're just going to use, do I want a GIF? I don't know what I want. I'm going to say computer. There we go. Anyway, join the 101 webinar. You guys get the drift. Let's customize it, build it, whatever you want. Now, I have this timer here, okay? So I'm going to use my countdown timer. I'm going to set it to expire at a certain day and time. Now, here is where the coolest part of a countdown timer comes in. There's this little section in the timer settings that says when timer ends, okay? If you click on that, you have a couple of options. One, you can show an expiration message. So you can show them a message and it'll pop up here. You guys see it pop up over here? It said, you just missed it. Register anyway, and we will send the replay. Like that. There we go. So if somebody happens to sign up or it happens to come here after it's expired, they'll be like, oh, you just missed it, but you can still sign up and I'll send you the replay, right? Now, here's my favorite part. There is a add to waitlist option. When you do this, it will add them to a different segment. Okay. So instead of adding them to registered because they didn't actually register for the webinar, they missed it, I want to add them to a segment called late registered. Okay. These are people that didn't make it. They weren't there live. I might send them something like, oh man, like, I'm so sorry you missed it. Here's this versus like, I had so much fun with you today. Right. Because if like everybody on this call, you guys are going to get an email from me that's like, guys, it was so much fun with you because you were here or you had the opportunity to be here. But that kind of messaging doesn't make sense to somebody that missed it. Right. So I'm going to send a different message to those who were late. I'm also going to set up a different, workflow, which is what we're going to talk about next here. But again, use that add to waitlist. It will add them to this segment instead. And then you will be able now have a waitlist. Okay. This works great for sales. For example, if they missed your launch on your mini sessions, or if they missed that early access to whatever, you now have an audience of people who were interested and maybe didn't make it. And then maybe next time you give them first dibs, right? You can do whatever you want to really nurture your audience and build that experience for them. So again, this is why I wanted to show this to you. I use it every single webinar. One of my favorite features of all time, especially because of this second segment piece. So speaking of this webinar, let's build a couple of quick workflows. Okay, so a lot of us are familiar with workflows and we're going to do this pretty quickly, but I want to showcase how I would handle this situation. Okay, if they signed up on time, I want to create an automated thing that says, hey, you're registered. Here's the link to the call, right? They were on time, so on. But if they registered late, or anybody who registers after the webinar is over, I don't want to send them an email that says like, oh, you're registered, here's your link, right? That doesn't make sense. That's not providing that really great nurturing experience. But I can send them an email that was like, you just missed it, but no worries, I have a replay for you. Those are two separate workflows that we're going to set up here. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to come over here to workflows. We're going to build a really quick workflow. I already have the emails built. I'm going to come start from scratch, and then I will say 101 webinar registration confirmation. Save. I want this workflow to begin when they are added to the segment. Registered for my 101 webinar. So again, this is if they successfully sign up using that form while the timer is still running. Right away, I'm going to send them an email. I already have this email created right here. There we go. I am in. So I have that email ready to go. If I want to edit that email here in the workflow, I sure can. Also, guys, do you see this GIF? Isn't that cute? That's Canva. So what I didn't show you guys that. Here, I'm going to close it out, so I'll add it back. If I go to Canva and add my designs, I can import images that have movement as a GIF. And it will add the GIF to my emails as well. So like my welcome email, it's like me like waving, like it's a lot of fun. It just makes your emails more interactive and fun. Lonnie, yes, it's so cute. It's so cute. The GIFs do take a little bit longer to add to your email, but once you get it added, you have that fun interactive experience and it is beautiful. All right. Let that load. Let that load. Oh, you guys, my Wi-Fi has been so sketchy lately. Okay, good. There we go. And then I have that awesome GIF in my email. So they get this email automatically. I might have some link actions, other links in here, all good to go. Click finish. And my workflow is all set and ready to publish. Don't forget to check your subject line and your preview text over here and then push publish. Elizabeth, it did have movement because I had already previously added it from Canva when I created that email. Publish now. Okay, perfect. So now we have a registration confirmation. So if they sign up for that form while the countdown is still running, they will be added to that segment and it will be sent down that workflow. They'll get their registration. But let's talk about the one for those who missed. Okay, I'm going to say 101 webinar late. Okay, I want this workflow to begin when they're added to late registers. Okay, come in here, add an email. I already have this email built just for the sake of time, guys, because we have a lot of stuff to cover. There we go. Now, I am showing you exactly how I build all of the things for exactly what you guys are experiencing right now. Okay, this is how I do all of the things. Now, this workflow, I actually do not publish until I have the replay ready. Okay, because one, I don't want to send them an email that's like, oh, here's the replay that doesn't exist yet. Like that doesn't make sense, right? So I put this blank template in. I'm gonna come in here, and once I have the replay ready, I will get the YouTube link, which I have a link to. Come in here. This is just a video block. I'm going to paste my video URL without a space in it. Here we go. It automatically populates with my YouTube thumbnail. If I want to make any changes, I can do so here. I can add a link to the replay here. There we go. And now my replay email is ready to go. Super simple, right? Spend some time getting stuff set up in the beginning so you're not scrambling to get all this done real time, right? That's again, like we have this set up for all of these webinars. It's super easy for us. As soon as we have the replay, you're going to get the replay email. And then essentially we just duplicate and redo it every single time we have a webinar. So it's a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and click finish. Your replay is here. Preview text is all good. So once I am ready to go and I have my replay ready, I can publish this workflow and then be on my way. Now, because people might have joined that segment for the late registrations before I could get this workflow published because I was waiting for my replay, you'll see here there's a button for include existing subscribers. So if I want to include those people that have registered late but have not yet gotten the replay, I will simply turn this on and click publish now. And those people that were sitting in that segment will be added to this workflow as soon as it is published. Okay. Amazing. Okay, how are we doing on time? Okay, let me get a drink. Also, happy pumpkin day to those who celebrate. I got my pumpkin cream cold brew this morning. It was wonderful. Alrighty. Amazing. All right, guys, we have a couple more big things. Okay. Robin, I just clicked cancel because I'm using fake emails and how do I not publish? You just exit. So like if I don't want to publish this yet, like I want to leave it in draft, I just click on the Flodesk. Yes, it's saved. It's saved automatically. There we go. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. I don't want to click publish because I don't want to send the fake email addresses. So there we go. We're all good. All good there. All right. So let's talk about checkout. Does anybody here use checkout? It's kind of like the hidden feature that nobody really talks about, but it is so amazing. And it's getting even more amazing. There's so much more fun stuff coming to checkout. Shout out to Rob if he's in here. Hi, Rob. He is our product manager for our checkout product, and that team is just working so fast. There's so many more things to come for checkout. But let me show you around if you're not familiar. So we offer a commerce platform. So if you want to sell products, services, whatever it might be, you can do so right here in Flodesk. The vibe will be very similar to what you already know in emails. If I want to add a block, I simply click the add a block button and I have all of these beautiful blocks ready to go, easy to access, easy to customize. Okay. It is right here and beautiful. So one thing I want to talk about, and the reason why I want to talk about checkout is because a few weeks ago we launched subscription payments. So if you host a subscription or a membership or a monthly call or something along those lines, you can now sell those in Flodesk Checkout. Your Flodesk Checkout connects directly to Stripe. So we use Stripe as the payment processor, and that also gives you access to things like buy now, pay later, or Apple Pay and Google Pay, like all of those different payment options. So it's super great for anybody who is purchasing your products. So I have already built this checkout, for example, and I want to set up a quick subscription product. Okay. I am talking about getting your files organized, all of those things, and I'm going to host a monthly call. So you can register for the call and we'll organize your files and clean things up together. So I want to offer that as a subscription payment. So I'm going to click on setup and then product. And so I already have the setup. I am hosting monthly cleanup sessions. Okay. Now, for those of you who are new to checkout, you see it right up here on the top right. There's now a button for recurring. So we can create recurring options. So let's say I want to offer this monthly. Okay. And we'll say $39 is fine. So we'll say it's $39 a month to join my cleanup sessions. Okay. But maybe I want to add this annually also. Okay. And I can come in here and add another time. And it's going to calculate that. I'm going to change it. I'm going to say I want it to be $300 annually. I'm going to give them a great incentive to do that. So now they can choose two different options, up to three. You can choose quarterly as well, but they can choose which option they want to purchase for their subscription. Okay, it makes it super easy. They can manage it directly in that email that they get. They'll get an email. It says like, hey, if you want to cancel, they can do so through Stripe. It's all taken care of for them. But I can go ahead and create those recurring options here in checkout. Now, something really cool that, again, a lot of people don't know is that you can connect these options to different buttons inside of your checkout. So I'm going to come down here and I want to add a block for my pricing. And this block right here has multiple price options, okay? I don't want three. I only have two options. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this down to two. You see that right here? I just did that like that. And then I'm going to update this. I'm going to say 300 a year. Again, I'll customize the colors and stuff here shortly. But for this button, this is the part that I wanted to show you guys. If I click this button, this is for my monthly option. I can come over here to link, and then I can select monthly. Come over here. Oops. Did I spell that right? Click on this, link, and then annually. There we go. Ta-da. And then if I want to change the little pill on the top, I want it to be on block 2. There we go. And then up through all here. So all of these different buttons, I can select, do I want them to go to that annual payment or do I want them to go to that monthly payment? So again, I can come link. It can go to my default or I can choose it to go to the annually when they click that. Again, checkouts are super easy. If I want to come in here and customize all of my things, I have all of my brand settings all ready to go. So super easy for me to come in here and to make this look exactly how I want it to. But again, wanted to highlight those subscription payments. So if you are somebody that's hosting some type of membership or monthly recurring offer, you can do so easily in Flodesk without a website. This will give you that page. It will give you the URL. You will be good to go. Now, if I click publish, again, this is a demo account. I don't have Stripe connected, so it won't work for me. But you would be live, you would get your URL, and you would be able to share it. Whew. Fun, guys, right? Okay. Yes, I'm excited about this too. And again, guys, more to come with checkout. So much is happening. We hear you loud and clear on what you want, and the team is working hard to get that prioritized and worked on. Robin, yes, we only connect with Stripe at this time. No, it can't be Squarespace, but let's talk about Squarespace because that's actually the next piece that I'm here to talk about. Now, Michelle, real quick. Yes, you can create a checkout template. So all of our products, whether it be forms, emails, workflows, and checkouts, you have the ability to share as a template. Okay. So Michelle, if you wanted to build a beautiful checkout sales page and sell it, you can. You just simply click share as a template, turn this on. You now have a link. If somebody purchases a template or signs up with Flodesk using your link, you get the affiliate or the partner credit as well. Super fun. We love seeing all of these templates out there in the marketplace. It's so fun, so easy. Okay, Robin, let's talk about Squarespace and some of our other e-commerce platforms. So something we've rolled out in the past month or so, we have been busy this summer, are e-commerce workflows. Okay. So what that means with some of these platforms, we have given you the ability to create post-purchase workflows and abandoned cart workflows with other platforms. Okay. Right now, as of today, we currently have Squarespace is available for the post-purchase or the purchase follow-up workflows. Squarespace does not work with abandoned cart. That is something that they do not make available to us. But for Shopify, Flodesk checkout, soon to be Thrivecart, you'll be able to do purchase follow-up and abandoned cart workflows. Yes, yes, yes. So exciting. Woo is in the talks, I believe. BizDev, can you give any update on that? I know that we're talking about it. So we're talking about the email platforms or the e-commerce platforms in particular. Thrivecart is already live. So the Thrivecart integration is live on the Thrivecart side. So you can create that integration over there. But Thrivecart will be added to these workflows hopefully here in the next week or two. And if you guys have a platform request, oh my gosh, there's so many comments here. If you guys have a platform request or you would like to see it, go to updates.flodesk.com and add it to our public roadmap. And our product team constantly watches that, and we will do our best to get in connections with those products. With partnerships and these integrations, it's a little bit harder because it's us and another company. Sometimes they're building it, sometimes we're building it. The coordination just takes a little bit longer than a feature that we launch by ourselves. So keep that in mind. I know Devin's in here taking notes. But again, if you have any feature requests or if you have an integration request, make sure you go add that on the public roadmap. Amazing. Yes. Okay, so let's talk about these e-commerce workflows real quick. Okay, so I'm going to come in here to new workflow. You'll see here that we have an abandoned cart and a purchase follow-up workflow templates already built for you. So you can do this or you can start from scratch. I'm going to go ahead and create an abandoned cart template for Flodesk checkout. Now, again, this will be available for Thrivecart hopefully here soon. It is available for Shopify. It is available for Flodesk checkout and other platforms coming soon. Purchase follow-up, you'll see here, we have Flodesk checkout, Shopify, and Squarespace available to us. And then more coming with those integrations here, hopefully very soon, very soon. Team is hard at work. Okay, let's come to abandoned cart. I'm going to go ahead and choose this template. And I want to talk about abandoned cart because it's different. Okay, so the abandoned cart begins when a cart is abandoned. So for those of you who are not familiar with what abandoned cart is, this is when somebody goes to the page, maybe they start filling out the information and then they're like, they get distracted, they leave, whatever. You might want to send them emails like, hey, you forgot something in your cart. Has anybody ever gotten those emails? Like, you forgot this. So now we offer that here in Flodesk. So you can start this when somebody abandons a cart. You can choose the store, and then you start building this workflow. So these templates are already built for you. We have a default delay for an hour, and then it sends this transactional email. Now, this is different than most workflows, okay? This email will go out to a subscriber whether or not they are an active subscriber, okay? If they are unconfirmed, or if they're not a subscriber, they'll be added to your Flodesk as unconfirmed. This means that they have not consented to marketing emails, but this first abandoned cart email is considered transactional. So they will get this email regardless. Okay. This email is pretty straightforward. We have this box that cannot be customized because what we do is we populate the information from what they abandoned into this email right here. Okay. So it says, hey, your cart's waiting. And again, this email is going to be a little limited because there are regulations on what can be a transactional email versus a marketing email. So you'll come in here, make any changes to those colors, things like that. When you're done, you'll click finish. Now, in abandoned cart workflows, there's an extra piece here. You can see how it splits apart into subscribers or unconfirmed. If they are not a confirmed subscriber, you do not have marketing consent to email them, they will simply exit the workflow and be done, okay? But if you do have if they are subscribed to your list, you can continue to send them emails about whatever it is that they left behind, okay? When I'm done, Go ahead and click publish and you're good to go. Okay, I want to make sure we leave some Q&A time. So a couple of quick things. The last thing I want to add here is our audience tab. Now, again, guys, these are fake emails, okay? So I don't have any data on these emails because I've not emailed them because they're not real emails. That would not be good. Um, so one thing I want to call out though is we have a new filtering system. And this filtering system does make it a little bit more complex, but it gives you a lot more power than it used to have, okay? You can do simple filters on your subscribers, like show me everybody who is bounced. Okay. A bounced subscriber is somebody that their emails didn't make it to the inbox and bounced back to you. So I can see all of my bounced subscribers. But maybe I want to see my active subscribers that signed up after August 1st, for example. So I can say sign up. I'm going to add a filter. I'm going to say sign up date is on or after August 1st. Apply. And anybody who registered after a certain time will show up. This will also work if you want to be like, I want to see who signed up like between a time, right? Like I can come in here and I can say like is on or after, and then I can say it's not going to work because I don't have the data, but is after August 1st, but before August 15th. Like, so if you want to like really kind of hone into your audience, you can do that. Also, if you want to do something based off of open rates, okay? So maybe I want to see my bounce subscribers, or I'm gonna come in here and add a filter group, or anybody whose open rate is less than 15%. Like let's say I'm going to clean off my list and I want to get rid of people, okay? So I can do that and I'll be able to generate those results right here. And then once I have these filters created, I can create a segment very easily. I can come over here, check that checkbox. I can either choose to select who's in front of me or all of them. I can add them to a segment, remove them from a segment, unsubscribe them, or delete them right here from this view. So that sounds a lot of fun. Petra has already created some amazing content on this, but we are working on some tutorials to talk about different scenarios and how to filter for those. So stay tuned for that, hopefully here in the next week or two. Okay. I think that is it. That is what I have on my list. I want to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and ping Maddie. I'm going to get my let's see, guys, if you haven't shared your Instagram story yet, make sure you do because I'm about to ping Maddie. All right. Okay. I'm taking a look at the questions here. Stand by. Okay. Mena, good question. Okay, so Mena has a question and it is, what is the difference between delete and unsubscribe? Great question. Great question. Okay. So in Flodesk, if you delete somebody from Flodesk, so if I come in here to my audience, click on them and say delete, it will remove them from Flodesk. It'll remove them entirely. Okay. Now it also removes their history. So you won't be able to see past segments that they were part of, things like that. However, you will be able to add them back. You will be able to add them via a CSV upload. Like you'll be able to add them back manually yourself. They can also subscribe like themselves. They can like come back in through an integration or whatever it might be. Now, but if you unsubscribe somebody, it does keep their historical data. So me personally, and I know Petra's in the same camp, I personally prefer to unsubscribe people just because I like to see their history, like when they came in, like what they've opted into, things like that. I just simply unsubscribe them. Now, I can't manually resubscribe them, but if they fill out a Flodesk form, they will be able to resubscribe themselves. So they're not gone forever, but that unsubscribe gives you a little bit more historical control, where delete keeps things much cleaner, but you lose the history of like what they were in, things like that. Another thing you can do, if you prefer, this is something that I've been experimenting with lately, is if I have a cold subscriber or somebody that I don't want to email anymore, I simply move them into a different segment called cold subscribers, and I make sure to exclude that from any of my email sends. So that works Yes. Um, Hold on, looking at the chat, looking at the chat. Elizabeth, make sure you tag at Flodesk. We unsubscribe because of liability. Love it. Yep, you cannot email them if they are unsubscribed. Correct. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Let's see here. Gloria, how do I create a segment? Oh, that's a great question. Okay, so here in my audience tab, I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to come refresh my page. There we go. I'm going to click on segments, and then I'll be able to click new segment, and I can create my segment here. Just like that. Pick a color, and there we go. I have a segment. If I have a CSV file, I can come in here, add the subscriber manually or via CSV upload, or I can also create a segment any place that I'm really asked for a segment. So if I wanted to come in here and let's say I wanted these two people to be added to a segment, I can add them to a segment here and then simply type the segment name like that, and I can create the segment automatically right here in that process. Olivia, yes, you will get a recording. Oh, Jessica, I love that idea. The ability to save some filter combinations. I will pass that on to the product team. Make sure you add that to the public roadmap as well, because I think that would be really cool. Okay. Okay, Carla, can you show us how to use the Shopify actions for those who purchase certain products? Carla, I do not have a Shopify account connected. Let me see how far it'll let me go. So I'll do a purchase follow-up. I don't think it's going to let me because I don't have Shopify connected. Yeah, I don't have Shopify connected. When you're doing a purchase follow-up, what you can do, let me see if it'll let me do it on the Flodesk. Yes. When you have a purchase follow-up workflow, so when somebody makes a purchase and you choose their e-commerce platform, you can filter this by product. So if I want a different follow-up workflow for each product, I can do that right here in the workflow builder. I can build this purchase follow-up to be just catered for this exact thing that I offered. So like the questions, the surveys, all of that stuff is catered towards that. But apologies, Carla, I do not have a Shopify account connected to show you this. All right. Let me see how we're doing on time. Oh, we're good. We got some time. Okay. Okay. Looking through some other questions. Olivia, you asked in the chat, when you talk about templates, are you talking about like when somebody's offering like a Flodesk template, or is it like something that they're selling through Canva or something different? Okay. Tell us more about the integration with ThriveCart. Yay, ThriveCart. Big fan of the ThriveCart integration. I used ThriveCart in my business long before checkout was even in existence. So that was an exciting one for me as well. So more information can be found on our help center, and it will be updated here shortly when we do update that integration. But right now, the ThriveCart integration, if you connect the integration on the ThriveCart settings, you will be able to create an automation in the ThriveCart panel to send subscribers over to Flodesk after they make a purchase or check a box or all of the things. So you can do that there. Oh my gosh, all of the requests for integrations. Allie, we already have an integration with HoneyBook. It is wonderful. You do have to have Automations 2.0 enabled, but you will be able to send Flodesk subscribers over at different points in your process. So that's already there. You can find some of our integrations right here, guys. If I go here, this is not all of them. This is some of them. But I got Squarespace. We just integrated with ManyChat, which is a fun new one. Interact. And then you'll find HoneyBook down here as well. Okay. Olivia, so what happens if you have that Flodesk template? So let me show you guys real quick what this looks like. So let's say I made this a template. Okay. So I'm going to sell this as a template, whatever it might be. Now I'm going to come over here to an incognito window and paste it. So when somebody accesses a template that you share or sold to them, whatever it might be, this is what it looks like. Okay. So they click on the link and it says, hey, Tech Savvy Creative shared a Flodesk email with you. Okay. They click start designing now. They will be asked to sign in. Okay. If they have not signed in, well, they're in luck because this is attached to your partner or your affiliate account. They'll get 50% off of that first year right here. They can sign up. You get the credit for that sign up, and then they will be able to easily access that over in their account. Sorry, guys, my throat is catching up with me. Let me see if I go in here. Let me see if this will work. There we go. The email is in my account, ready to go. Just like that. Ready to go, ready to use it. Pretty cool. Super easy. And we've seen some members create an incredible stream of revenue on that alone. Okay, couple more questions, guys, and then I'm going to tell you guys who won the giveaway. Raquel, why does alt text need to be added? This is such a great question. So there are a number of reasons for alt text. One of them is because you want your emails to be accessible to everyone who's reading them. Okay. Not everybody may be reading them in like a visual way. They might be using assistive technologies, accessibility features to read these emails. These also work if the image does not load for some reason. Okay. If they have something blocked or things like that, text will display instead of the image. So when it comes to this accessibility, it's really important from a usability standpoint that you are thinking of all of your members. And that's why it's really important to add that alt text to all of your images and your layout blocks. Also, our friend Erin is in the chat. Hi, Erin. If you guys ever have any questions, she is an expert that helps small businesses make sure that their accessibility is top notch. So reach out to Erin. She is an incredible resource. Okay. Susan asked, is there a way to create a signature block that I can use each time? Yes, of course. So once you get that signature exactly how you want it, so like, let's say this is mine, just like that. I got the font, all the things that I want it, whether it's an image or whatever, again, however you want it. I simply just click that heart and now it is in my favorites. So if I want to come over here, I want to add it to the bottom of this email. I can add the block, come to my favorites, ta-da, and then I can make any changes. Like maybe I want to use my tan instead. Just like that, and we're done. I love a good saved block. It's my favorite. Okay. Kelly asks, that countdown timer created in Flodesk. Yes, it is. So if I want to come in here and I want to add that countdown timer, I simply come in here, click on that block, and then I'm going to come to countdown. And then you'll see here, guys, I have a ton of beautiful countdown options ready for me to use. So I can simply click on one of these and then customize it with my time, my background colors, my fonts, all of the things. I can fully customize that here. Now in emails, your countdown timers can go to a specific time, like what we do for these webinars, or you can do something that's like relative. So it depends on whenever they open that email is when the timer starts. That's called a personalized countdown type. Okay, guys, I think that is it. I think that is it for my questions that I have time for. Okay. And again, if you have any feature requests, please submit them. Our product team is always looking on our public roadmap. You can do that at updates.flodesk.com. And again, I will be sending out an email with this replay. Okay. Feel free to share it. Also, if you know somebody that is interested in these types of webinars, maybe you want them to join you, let me know. Let us know. We'll send you a link to get them registered for our waitlist and the future ones. Okay. So before you guys log off, I have a winner. You guys ready? Drum roll. I need a drum roll. All right, you ready? Our winner of our free year is Olivia Quinn Photography. Olivia, are you still here? Olivia Quinn Photography. You are the winner of our free year of Flodesk. So Olivia, please reach out to me at dawn@flodesk.com. If not, Maddie's probably going to reach out to you on socials as well. But congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us. Yay, Olivia. How fun. Guys, this has been so much fun, and please stay tuned. We have webinars like this planned for the rest of the year. We're going to dive into everything from getting ready for Black Friday to advanced segmentation, all of that good stuff coming up here in the next few months. And again, keep your eyes out for this replay email. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to our support team at support@flodesk.com. Okay, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and happy emailing. Bye, everybody.